Hello everyone, welcome back to our lesson. So for today's lesson, we are going to practice our listening skill. So there are two listening skills involved in this lesson. The first one is listening 1.1.6, which is you need to understand independently longer simple narratives on a wide range of familiar topics by filling in 5 blanks correctly. The next one is listening skill 1.3.1, which you need to recognize with support typical features at word, sentence, and text levels of a range of spoken genres by choosing at least 8 out of 10 correct answers. So let's head into our lesson. Okay, the first listening task is on page 101. You can go ahead and turn to page 101 right now. Okay, so you are going to listen to the audio and then complete these sentences here. Okay, there are 5 sentences here. So are you ready? We are going to listen to the audio in 3, 2, 1.
Listen. A. Listen to the first part of a radio program in which the presenter gives some information about a country in Southeast Asia. Which country is the presenter talking about this week? Circle the correct name on the map. Part 1.
Last week on Round the World in 30 Minutes, we visited Vietnam. And what a wonderful country it is! This week, we're travelling south. Situated in Southeast Asia, south of Thailand and west of the Philippines, this country is a unique place to visit. Of course, I'm talking about...
Okay, how do we know that it is Malaysia? So the speaker said that from Vietnam, we traveled to the south, right? To the south. And then it's the south of Thailand and also the west of Philippines. So it points us at Malaysia. All right. Okay, as usual, before we listen to an audio, we should read the question or the sentences given so that we know later when we listen to the audio what to expect. Okay, so sentence number 1, Mount Kinabalu is something something high. So this is about the height of the Mount Kinabalu. Number 2, the Petronas Twin Towers were the world's highest building from something something until 2004. So this could be a year. Number 3, visitors can go to the something something floor of the Petronas Towers. Okay, I think this is the floor, the level of the building, to enjoy an amazing view of KL. Number 4, the Petronas Towers remain closed for 1 hour and a half in the afternoon on okay, this could be a day, right? Number 5, nasi lemak consists of something something cooked in coconut milk. Okay, what is cooked in coconut milk? And it is served with sauce and egg, peanuts, and okay, I think this is talking about food. All right, now let's listen to the audio again and fill in these blanks.
B. Listen to the rest of the radio program and complete the sentences. Part 2.
Malaysia is divided into 2 parts, Peninsular Malaysia and the island of Borneo. Peninsular Malaysia is the western part of the country, and it includes Tanjung Piai, which is the southernmost point of mainland Asia. Borneo, which is the eastern part of the country, includes Malaysia's highest mountain, Mount Kinabalu, at 4,095 metres, and one of the largest caves in the world, Sarawak Chamber, with an area of over 164,000 square metres. Malaysia has a wide variety of animals and plants as a result of its climate and the rainforest that covers a large part of the country. Thousands of different species of plants and animals are found in Malaysia, including the rare plant Rafflesia, which is found only in Borneo and Sumatra, and the proboscis monkey, which is endangered. One of the main tourist attractions in Malaysia is definitely the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, the world's tallest twin towers. They are about 452 metres tall and they have 88 floors each. Their construction was completed in 1998 and until 2004 they were the highest buildings in the world. The Petronas Towers are very popular with tourists, and if you visit them you'll certainly see why. Among other things, they offer a breathtaking view of Kuala Lumpur from the observation deck on the 86th floor. They are open Tuesday to Sunday from 9 in the morning to 9 in the evening, except Fridays when they close in the afternoon from 1 to 2:30. A fascinating country indeed, with beautiful scenery, but that's not all. Those who visit must try some of the local dishes, which reflect Malay, Chinese and Indian cuisine. We recommend nasi lemak, which is rice cooked in coconut milk, traditionally served with boiled egg, peanuts, vegetables and a chilli sauce. A simple dish, but delicious. Another thing you shouldn't miss is traditional Malaysian theatre. Whether you want to watch a puppet show or a live performance which includes dancing, acting and singing, you are sure to find something to interest you.
Okay, students, so as usual, if you think you have missed any detail and you would like to listen to the audio again, you can press pause and then rewind this video. Okay, now let's go to page 106 of your textbook and let's do this task. Before we can do this, let's read the question and the answer options given. Okay, so this is an eco quiz. Number 1, how long does it take a plastic bottle to biodegrade? A, 50 to 100 years, 500 to 1,000 years, and 5,000 to 10,000 years. Number 2, after an oil spill, how much of the oil is usually covered? Oil spill ni macam tumpahan minyak. So how much of the oil is usually recovered? A, less than 15%, B, about 50%, C, more than 60%. Number 3, what will the global population be in 2050? A, just under 8 billion, B, just under 9 billion, C, just under 10 billion. Number 4, how much water is there on the planet? A, less than 1,000 years ago, B, more than 1,000 years ago, C, the same as 1,000 years ago. Number 5, which is worse for the environment? A, driving a car, B, having a pet, C, buying food that is inorganic. Okay, now let's listen to the audio and try to answer these questions, okay?
Listen. B. Now listen to part of a radio program and check your answers.
Welcome back. It's time for the answers to last week's quiz. Jenny is here with me to reveal all. Let's see how you did at home. It was quite tricky, Jenny.
It certainly was. Let's get cracking with the first question. How long does it take for a plastic bottle to biodegrade? What do you think, Tom?
I think they take forever. So I say 5,000 to 10,000 years.
Well, plastic bottles have only been around for 50 years, so we don't know for sure. But scientists believe that it will take a lot more than 500 years, even as much as 1,000. It also depends on where it's left for all that time.
I see. Maybe I'll get the next one right.
OK, question 2 was about the amount of oil that can be recovered after an oil spill.
I hope the answer is more than 60%, but I doubt it is.
I'm afraid it isn't, and it's much less than half. In fact, they would be very lucky if they cleaned up 15%, and usually it's much less than that.
And the rest of the oil?
It is absorbed by the environment, killing marine life and seabirds. They try to use chemicals called dispersants to help break down the oil, but many people believe these can do more damage than the oil itself.
It's always very sad to see an oil spill. What about the next question?
Question 3 was what will the global population be in 2050?
Ah, I know this one. At present, the world population is about 7.5 billion, but it will rise even more to about 10 billion in 2050.
That's correct. And scientists consider overpopulation to be one of the worst environmental problems. Just how many human beings can this planet support?
Absolutely. And this is linked to the next question. How much water is there on the planet? There must be less than the amount that existed 1,000 years ago because of overpopulation, am I right?
Not exactly. It's important to understand what exactly is going on. You see, there is the same amount of water on Earth as there has always been. Apart from a few astronauts taking a tiny bit on space journeys, water stays on the planet in some form. However, because of issues such as pollution and overpopulation, there is less of it available to drink.
That was a tricky question.
Maybe it was. Anyway, here's the last one. Which activity is worse for the environment?
Well, I think you're trying to trick me here too. So I'm not going to say driving a car. Is it buying non-organic food?
Actually, it's neither of the two.
What? Having a dog? How can that be true?
Just think. A dog eats a lot of meat, and that meat has to be farmed. Some experts from New Zealand say that this gives it a larger carbon footprint than having a car.
Amazing. Right, let's move on to this week's quiz.
Wow, I hope you have just learned a few information there. So as usual, if you would like to listen to the audio again, just press pause and rewind this video. Okay, now let's head to our next listening task. Alright, let's read the question and answer options first. Number 1, why is the mother angry with her son? A, because he put his rubbish in the wrong bin. B, because he didn't put all his rubbish in the bin. C, because he didn't take the rubbish out. Number 2, what are the people talking about? A, smog. B, acid rain. C, toxic waste. So smog here is basically some kind of fog or haze that is, produced by smoke. Right, next one. Number 3, how is the machine powered? A, wind power. B, solar power. C, wave power. Number 4, what did the girl learn about fossil fuels? A, they won't last forever. B, they are bad for the environment. C, they are difficult to get. The last one, number 5, which appliance is eco-friendly? A, the oven. B, the dishwasher. C, the fridge. Alright, now let's listen to the audio.
Listen. You will hear people talking in 5 different situations. For questions 1 to 5, choose the best answer A, B or C. 1.
Good morning, dear.
Morning, Mum.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What did you just put in that bin?
My rubbish?
That's the recycling bin, you know.
Really? I thought it was the big blue one.
It's an easy mistake to make. Take out your food scraps.
All right.
Two.
Did you see that documentary last night?
Yes, wasn't it awful?
I know. Just imagine what it's like where we live. There are loads of factories around here.
You're right. They're working day and night pumping out poisonous fumes.
And where do they end up?
In the atmosphere.
Exactly. And when it comes down, it's not only the trees that it harms. Think about the buildings and the ancient ruins.
We should start a campaign to close down the factories. What do you think?
You reckon? I suppose it can't hurt to try.
3.
So, let's have a look at your invention, Andrew.
It's over here.
Wow, impressive looking. Does it work?
Well, I took it out to sea yesterday and it worked fine.
Does it need to be in water to work?
I don't think so. As long as it's sunny, it works perfectly. It doesn't really work very well when it's windy, though.
Will that be a problem?
I hope not.
4.
Hi, Claire. How was your science lesson?
It was pretty interesting, actually.
You're kidding.
I know, it's hard to believe. We're doing a big project about the environment, and today we learnt about fossil fuels. Mr. Walker told us that it takes millions of years to create fossil fuels, and we're using them up a lot faster than they're being produced. What will we do when there are none left?
We should use alternative energy, really.
That's what we're learning about in the next lesson. 5.
You have a lovely house, Marcia.
Thanks. Let me show you the kitchen.
Nice.
Well, I think it could do with a few new things. The oven is the same one that was here when I moved in. I need to change that. The fridge and the washing machine are quite new. My brother gave them to me when he moved house.
Did he give you this dishwasher too?
No, that's the only thing that I've bought recently. It was quite expensive, but it uses much less water than other similar models.
That's good.
Well, I like to think I'm doing my bit for the environment.
Yes, and you have a lovely view of the garden from here.
Alright, so there you go. These are our answers. As usual, you can pause this video and rewind this video if you think you have missed any points or details. So these are our answer, okay? So I expect to see these answers in your E3. Okay, as usual, submit before 3 p.m. and just write down the answer only. You don't need to write down the sentence. Okay, for example, for this task, number 1, 4095 meter, and then if for this one, for the objective question, just write down number 1, B, what's the answer? Okay, number 2, B, A, what's the answer? Write down the answer only. All right. So thank you for your participation. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye bye. Take care and stay safe.